everyone, welcome back to this week Weekly Market Update. It's been a while since I do my video recording update. Usually I'll be doing per week basis or bi-weekly basis. Last week, I think due to busy schedule, I only do some write-up in my Facebook page, in my Telegram page as well. So this week we'll continue to look at what happened on last week and things to watch out for the coming week. And of course, I managed to find some interesting US counter for we to look into it, and one of the counter that is a long term perspective within 2 to 3 years. If you are really keen, please stay tuned all the way to this video. Lastly, I know things have been evolving, social media has been upgrading. I don't really touch on this part, which is my TikTok account. So I have decided, to focus more on TikTok, to do some live TikTok show of trading as well, to answer queries at a certain time every day, or hopefully by every 2 to 3 days to do live TikTok. But one thing is that to do TikTok live, I need to at least reach 1,000 follower. I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy because as you can see from my Facebook page, it's like I only got like a 1,600 follower, and I can't possibly force everyone to like me. But if let's say today you are listening to this video, you managed to come across my Telegram group, please do me a favor. If you do have a TikTok account, please remember to follow my PTA, probability TA. This is a legit my own account. I know there's a lot of fake TikTok account, not to worry. If let's say there's any of other people who try to impersonate me, try to ask for money, try to tell you about insurance, investment costs or whichever, I will never prompt you. All right, trust me, I'll never prompt you. All along the same, whether it's my YouTube, whether it's my Facebook, I will never prompt anyone. Okay, I have I'm not that free to do that. So all right, so please, as you can see, there are people who tried to follow me previously. All right, scammer alert, whichever. It's good. I mean, at least they notice. All right, I'm getting hot. But please do me a favor, if possible, try to follow my TikTok account so that I can start my live as soon as possible. The main purpose of this slide is to go through stock perspective, things to watch out for, or you have any questions regards to stock that you want to ask. Is it worth it? Should I hold this position? What is your advice? Seek for second opinions. I will be talking during the live period. All right, it's more on the engagement itself. All right, so without further ado, let's take a look what is happening on last week and things to watch out for the coming week. So last week we can see that S&P rise, Nasdaq rise, index has been breaking record and record, correct? And good thing is this thing, Apple shares rally. Why I'm so happy on Apple shares? I did share Apple shares in my Facebook page. All right, go and find it yourself on the 15th of June. Can you see that? On the 15th of June. And what made me so happy on the 15th of June when I shared, I said that you can even load now or you can wait for retrace back and load. I load at the point of time. Of course, when it come down, I will do dollar cost averaging. Not to worry, this is Apple. All right, used to be the top trillion company, the first. All right, can you see or not? The first US company to hit first trillion, second trillion, third trillion market cap. Even though they are not the first to hit the fourth trillion cap, unlike Nvidia or Microsoft, correct? But they are the first. They are still the top 3, correct? They are still a tech titan. All right, so don't forget that. I keep saying that. Don't forget that. Still a sleeping giant. All right, and what's so good? I managed to enter in. I recommend I do my trade. All right, I recommend I do my invest. I don't recommend and stay aside. I'm not just a chartist. I'm an investor and trader. Not to forget that. All right, I even tell you what to do if let's say price drop. You can do a DCA long term. Apple is not broken. You're just waiting for the right time to strike, and it struck last week. What happened? If you pay attention to the news enough, you know what happened to Apple. They promised Trump to build, yes, not the iPhone, maybe trying to fake Trump. They promised to build the essential need of all the iPhone product, which is the glasses of it. All right, to build that glasses in US itself. Okay, so it's just glasses itself is still a $1 billion market. All right, so not to write off Apple. It's a very positive thing. I mean, you can read from the news if you want to. I couldn't find here, but I think it's somewhere in the CNBC you can find it. All right, which is very good news. So right now, even though I'm on 50% upside, this is a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Is a very bullish candle. I am so optimistic that it will eventually hit all-time high, just like Nvidia, just like Microsoft. No doubt, All right, coming real soon, I will be looking at 30% profit in no time. All right, I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to hold it. It's Apple shares, not to forget. Firstly, it please Trump. Second thing, all right, it's a big dollar company. All right, big market cap company. So why will I sell it? All right, every accumulation is for you to hold. We can see that every accumulation is for you to hold. A whole near when it was near 200-day support. If you did not enter by then, how? That wow. I should have followed. A lot of this are what if, right? So what will happen if the price have any chance of retrace back, as long as still above $200, between 2030 to 200, if you're able to retrace slightly back, grab it. Don't wait it. You will never come to this price already. All right. Any price between here to here, grab it, load it, go. Understand? Listen to me carefully. I may continue to not average down, but average up the price. Understand that? Because I believe in no time, 250 was the first resistance level at 250. Okay, 250 will be the first resistance level. Subsequently, will be all-time high at even break all-time high. Okay, so you the first to hear me. I will continue to add in my Apple shares itself. 50%, nothing. 30% coming soon. And I recommend this on 15th of June. Today is only 10th of August. It's less than 2 months. I'm up 50%. Where can you find? Of course, there is definitely some shares, good earning report, pump 40%, 30%, but you are earning a 50% from a giant tech company. Isn't that fantastic? Solid fundamental, solid uh the fundamental reporting earnings. So 50% is so perfect. All right. So yes, I loaded quite a bit in this kind of big cap, which I like. All right, risk reverse is very fantastic. Okay, so that is one of my trade. Okay, so let's do some recap of what is happening to the market. Let's look at the Wall Street itself. So for Dow Jones, all right, for Wall Street Dow Jones, we can see this is a resistance level. Previously, where I charged, can you see I still right here? I didn't draw now. I mean, whether you believe me or not, it's draw here somewhere for a reason. I say it may continue to go higher, and I will look at resistance at 4,000, 45,000. Compared to the other two indexes like Nasdaq and S&P, Dow Jones is slightly more weaker. Of course, why is being related by certain big stocks that's not performing well inside the component. Go and see which is the weakest, alright? So that's why by looking at S&P 500, by looking at Nasdaq, we can see that they are always breaking all-time high, but you can see it penetrate, but not to Dow Jones, alright, not to Wall Street. Okay, so on the 29 June, somewhere here, 29 June, somewhere here. Okay, so coming week, watch for the false breakout if price return to 6,150. Never, correct or not? 29 June, see here. It never. Let me zoom in. 29 June is this candle. Okay, so market go up, it never return. Can you see that? So we can't say that it's bearish. We can't say that S&P will break below, because even though after it break the all-time high, it maintain the upstream. All right, it maintained the upstream, so we cannot say that it go lower. So there is no way to short only after you break below 6150. So hopefully you didn't short along the way. If yes, please put a type stop loss. Okay, let's go to Nasdaq itself. So Nasdaq, I remember my last posting on the hourly chart. Take note, this is very important. This is not a daily chart, this is on the hourly chart. Why I say that? Can you see my last posting over here? I mentioned it's a 1 hour chart. Can you see that 1 hour chart? Okay, so this is more on short-term time frame, more on trading itself. So on a 1 hour chart, I say that, what did I say? All right, this is the 50-day moving average. It's trending nicely, even though there's follow bearish divergence. All along, you know that following bearish divergence itself is one indicator. We need to combine by combining a 50 days moving average. Unless Nasdaq break below 50-day moving average, the bearish divergence is not yet confirmed. So only after you break here, can you see that? After you break here, successfully break, false break, come back, second candle, third candle, and then the market gap down. Okay, you didn't catch here, but hopefully it's more short term. It's a 1 hour. You don't short it and then you hold for 2 weeks and then you come and look for me. No, not that kind of thing. All right, short it, took your profit and close the chapter. That's all. If you didn't short it, right now it's written all-time high. So this bearish divergence completed, finished. That's it. We move on. We look at the next trend. All right, by looking at 1 day chart right now, we are looking at. Okay, just simply remove all the drawing. No more bearish divergence. All right. So it's breaking all-time high. Why? Because Apple leave. All right, Apple is the stocks that carry the index itself. Okay, coming, of course, there are a few couple tech stocks coming, doing good as well, not just Apple itself. But this earnings season may be over soon. Okay, all the bankers, all the big tech firms announcing coming week, we still have earnings report, such as one of the counter which I pay very close attention, which is CoreWeave. All right, CoreWeave. Let's see. So my decisions for Nasdaq is not yet downside unless it break, right? So right now we just continue to follow the trend. So earnings for coming week, there's still CoreWeave. CoreWeave. A lot of people didn't catch this. This is a very good stock after IPO, pullback, drag all the way. All right, it explode. So this part is actually a profit taking where you use Fibonacci retracement. We wait for a 61.8% or the other way around, 38.2% or 50%. Right now the price reached below 50%, hovering, break above higher. Okay, things I wanted to enter, to be frank, but I dare not. Why? Because earnings coming soon. Unless you're very confident. To me, yes, I'm confident earnings is bringing a good news. To me, earnings bring a good news. But will I risk it? If I didn't enter at this area right now, at this area, I will not. I will not. Okay, I will wait for the news announcement. If there's any chance it will pull back, I will then continue. If it's still within the Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, so I pay attention, close attention to CoreWeave. Looking for any pullback, good earning, I may load into this counter. Alright, very prospectful. Okay, so coming weeks, there's earnings report. Not to forget, of course, there's economy data like CPI, PPI, jobless claim, this kind of data as well. It will affect the interest rate cut. But of course, we go stock by stock. Okay, so let's go to another stocks. Okay, today one more stocks to introduce you guys, which is for long terms, right? This LAC. Okay, I know when I talk about this, a lot of people, yeah, what is this shit? Because it's only $2.80. Okay, I hardly recommend penny. Penny, this is real penny. I used to recommend, can you see in August 2021? I used to talk about it. I didn't realize I was in profit once in this counter, which was around 18, all the way to $20+. What the hell happened on this counter? Alright, it's only been like 3 years. Things price 3-4 years. And the shares drop all the way to $2. Alright, crazy. Okay, it's totally crazy. Okay, I have not been looking into this counter. Enter, take profit, that's it. Alright, I never fall in love with counter. I fall in love with my setup. If it's a good setup, I will continue to hold it. But why this counter? I do a lot of in-depth research over the weekend for this LAC. This is somehow related to EV, somehow related to battery. Alright, EV battery, this kind of thing. They having good, I think they got a good billion, 2 point something billion loan from the government. If the government able to approve you 2 point something billion loans, something is not. Something is good. Something good is brewing. Correct? You talk about it, and I think there are some investment as well. General Motor, I can't remember, into this company as well, LAC, and it will only kickstart at the start of 2027. You listen to me. Yes, no wrong, no fake. 2027, gentlemen. 2027. Okay. Let me just write prospect. Prospect. Project kickstart 2027. Okay. So good 2.2 billion plus loan from government. If I'm not wrong, go and further Google if you are really keen about this counter. Okay, so this is a really multi-bagger prospect. Multi-bagger. Okay, multi-bagger. Multi-bagger means multi-fold lah. Let me just say multi-fold. That means it can go. One fold is 100%, second fold is 200%. Correct? Okay, so this is multi-fold. Will it or not really is a very risky counter because right now it's at $2.80. It's a penny counter. It can be listed anytime. It can be what? But with the current project, with things going on, I think $2.80, it will not kill me. By buying 1,000 shares, it costs me less than 3,000. Correct? Not? Less than 3,000. If I put 3,000 in my bank, 2 years later, even we fix this or whatever, can I make this $3,000, 1,000 shares, $3,000, one time fall, two time fall to 6,000 or to 9,000. I know I can take the risk of risking 3,000. It's not going to kill me. But if it's going to make me 3 time fall, or even 3 time fall is $9 plus, alright. If you enter $3, $9, 3 time fall, $12 is 4 time fall. 4 time fall? Incredible, alright, incredible. Of course, this is years. Maybe 2 years later, you will never find PTA anymore. And then you say, yeah, PTA told me all this bullshit. It's up to you to decide. I found something good, interesting, I'll let you guys know. Of course, this is not an action immediately. If you want action immediately, let's take a look at next counter. Next counter I'm looking at is this called INOD. INOD, yes, Inno Data. I hardly recommend new counter in this public channel. Usually will be private. Alright, but I decided to find some good stuff to share in the private public channel, not always to the private side, okay, to the public side as well. Of course, all this data, if I find in the TikTok during the live streaming, or if you have any questions, I will still answer you guys. Alright, I spend a lot of times finding. It's not easy. Where do you find? Alright, where do people want to find this kind of counter whereby you may not even know what is data about? Please go and Google and read up more on it. I'm going to talking about, not going to do introduction of profile of the company, not talking about fundamental itself, pure on technical. Right now on the weekly chart, it's an uptrend, clear cut uptrend. It's a clear cut uptrend, right? Since hovering, carrying up, then breakout. Right now, pullback, breakout again on the weekly chart is uptrend, supported by the 50-day moving average. Cool enough, and it's near 50-day. Buy when it retraces. If you buy out top, what's the point? Buy when it retraces, well support, go up. The moment it break, you stop loss. That's it. Trading is that simple, okay? Don't be confused by it, alright? You are not a chartist, so don't just chart with no action. So looking at the daily chart, well pullback, shoot up. Well pullback, second pullback, okay? Here start, second start, support line out, near support, near 50-day moving average, here is the buy. You get what I mean? 43, 53, don't wait liao. If you want, enter in. Okay, why recently just announced the earning? Can you see? Earning announced on 31st January. Surprise, surprise, good. Go and read the news if you want. Whether this is a good counter, to me, it's a yes thing to go. I will load it. Stop loss, I let you decide based on your risk management. Okay, so this is a counter I highly recommend. I will enter, and don't envy me if later it's showing good side. You say, if only I listen to you. Take some position, it will not kill you. Invest or trade based on the essentials, extra incomes that you have. Alright, go into it. So this is the second counter I introduced. That should be the third one. Apple is the chance for you to load in again. LAC is a long term, 2 years, 3 years play. Inno Data can do it, trade anytime next week if possible. Of course, Nasdaq don't want to have a huge drop, but if let's say a huge drop, Inno Data didn't drop after the support, and everything stabilized, there is chance to go into it. Alright, Inno Data, please Google more about it. Let me see whether I want to bring out the third counter for today. Alright, third counter I can bring out today, which is also, I highly recommend new counter. So if I recommend, you can Google about it a little bit. Okay, next counter, I don't know which one I want to bring. Maybe I try this. Should I bring this? Let's take a look. Let me see. Okay, so this is another counter. AR crop. Okay, this is the weekly chart. Can you see? It's a uptrend. Of course, it's not a neat uptrend. Alright, there's a lot of noise in between. Can you see that? This is a lot of noise in between. It's not an uptrend, not like the Innovator, but if you look at money chart, look at daily chart. Alright, it's a good pullback recently. Alright, let me draw why I like it. This is a resistance. True or not? This is a resistance. So you can see, well, you are here. We don't talk about here. After false breakdown come out, resistor one time, September, resistor one time, December, resistor one time, January, resistor one time, March, resistor break, June. Did you catch this row? You didn't. Resistance turns support. Well, support by 50-day moving average. Alright, yesterday, Friday close, good green candle, good volume coming in, good thick RSI. This is the way to go. Immediate action on here. The most, if you retrace back to 72, 70, break below 72, 70, stop loss. Okay, you get what I mean? So let me just draw everything. Okay, I just write today is 10 August 2025. Follow uptrend. Can long anytime next week. break below 70, SL, cut. That's it. Okay, a simple setup plan. If you want, you can try. Okay, used to be resistant, turn support with 50 days moving average. Okay, so that is my call for AR Corps. That's it. All right, not going to index cover. It's already past 20 minutes. All right, so that's all for this week, and these few counter may hold for next 2 to 3 weeks or even months. That is just like LAC, correct? So please do me a favor, if you listen to this video right now, if you haven't followed me, please follow my Facebook, follow my YouTube if you want, or hopefully please follow my YouTube, I should say that. Please follow my TikTok account so that I can get 1,000 as much as possible, so that I can do live TikTok soon. Okay, thank you very much once again, and I will see you guys next week, or hopefully again soon. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye. Sign out.